what's on time, and I kind of just wanted to get my feet wet back into doing live streams because I don't necessarily do live streams. I I have a Twitch channel called Learn Gazy where I do lives on where I do lives. Moderation is up to be safe. Okay, close. Yeah, I have a Twitch channel where I did a lot of lives based on teaching and teaching language, English. So that was fun. Yeah, it was definitely fun to do that. Um, but I stopped when I felt the like the I felt the like essentiality, like the fact that I'm trying to like get somewhere in my personal life, like I'm trying to get my profession, I'm trying to hone a craft, and I'm trying to like demonstrate that craft in an academic way. Basically, I'm saying that I'm trying to focus on school. So I stopped doing my live streams there because I learned that in my master's degree program, I'm not necessarily learning anything. I'm learning information, but I'm not learning like the skills. And I guess that the problem is that I am not a teacher. So everything that I am learning, I am not engaging in implementing like right now. So that stinks. Definitely it does stink. It definitely does stink. But yeah, so like I stopped doing live streams, and right now I just kind of wanted to get back into it. Doing like I used to do live streams now on my channel where I would just talk anime and all that kind of stuff, and it was fun. And I still want to do, I still want to, I still want to push content out, but the problem is that I'm trying to, I'm going to school, and there's some like I'm trying to practice my real estate license and get that up and going again, and there's a lot, especially with my book. So primarily the reason why I'm not doing live streams, and I need to concentrate everything that I'm doing on my book, and that's why I wanted to talk about writing. So sorry for that long preamble. Basically right now, I am like 80% of the way done with my editing. So I had to go through like, I'm probably going to go through like 4 stages with writing, and the 4 stages that I'm going through with writing are, the rough draft, the editing, the formatting, and then the publishing. So I've already picked out my book cover. It was controversial, but I am going with the cover that is just my face. I'm going for a very like modern look, so I'm really hoping that takes off. I don't want to go in a symbolic. I don't want to do the symbolic, because by doing something that's like symbolic and minimalist, I've tried that with my young adult novel True North. Maybe it's because I didn't promote it that much, but I didn't see anything from it, which stinks. So we'll see if this works out. I might go ahead and edit my I might go ahead like the types of Like like one book might be hardcover and the other might be different. So I think I could do that, and I think that could work. But right now in the writing process, I am 80% of the way in the editing process. I mean, 80% of the way done. And what has definitely helped was using voice to text. So I didn't narrate my book. I didn't do that. I actually just wrote it, I did that because I felt more confident in my authorial voice within my mind, as opposed to my speaker voice audibly. And I think that is very important, and that's something that can help you when you are trying to understand, when you're in the writing process. You know, that, yeah, you can be a great writer or you can be a great speaker. And just because you are one of those doesn't mean you are exactly the opposite of that. Definitely, that's an important consideration when you're writing. So I am doing that. I am finding a lot of success, and it's very rapid. Because of the type of book that I've written called Church Hurt: An Observation and Reflection, because of that type of book, that it's a nonfiction and it is thematic, it is information based, it is a book that you would have to do you have to be engaged mentally in creating the constructs within your mind, challenging them, accepting them as a reader, because you have to do that. I found that writing this type of book, this nonfiction, very easy. It was laborious. Definitely, it was laborious, but I found it to be easier. It was laborious. I'm not saying that it was easy, that you could just knock it out in a day. No, you have to go. I wanted to be as credible as possible in the book. So I found a whole bunch of resources on the topics that I found most interest in. And I was like, okay, I need to use this. I want to use this. So, yeah, let me say that I was definitely happy with all the content that I was able to use. Not necessarily repurpose, but like use to elaborate a point, and that all the examples in my studies, they contributed to that. Like you have to be honest when you're looking up information for your source material, because if there are findings that are opposite to what you are trying to say, then you should recite those sources also. You shouldn't just exclude them just to prove your own point, because there is literature that exists to disprove your point. And that's like something that I learned in my graduate studies, that if there are venerable studies, if there are venerable studies, then those should also be included, even if they're opposite to what you're trying to say, because it could help you say what you're trying to say with more accuracy, more validity, which is the actual term that credibility and research requires. So yeah, that's definitely something that I learned throughout the editing process. That I enjoy. I definitely enjoy it. I enjoyed writing this book. Um, yes, it took a lot of hours. Yes, it took. It was very stressful. Yes, yes, yes. But it was work. But when you love it, it's less sufferable. It's more enjoyable. It's still work, but you can enjoy something of it. So yeah, I'm saying all that. The reason why I decided to use citation or voice, like read, like like speech to text or text to speech. Yeah, pardon me. The reason why I decided to that looks so much better. But I can't drive like this. I don't think it's legal for me to drive like this. I don't know. But the reason why I decided to use speech to text or text to speech was because I can read something by engaging in reading. It physically demands of you, and I found that it is less physically demanding to, I'm just gonna put it on. No, I can't. Uh, it's less physically demanding for you to look at the page, look at the screen, get that eyesight burn. Like my glasses have that blue light glare, but still, looking at a screen for so long, it's very exhausting. You're sitting down, it's very exhausting. You're trying to do your Kegels, you're trying to do your calf leg compressions. It's still exhausting. So I found that by using text to speech, I still had to look at the words, but I didn't have to expend that effort in listening or in reading. I didn't have to expend it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could just listen to something and not go. It's not like listen and go about my day. There were many, what would be the word for it? There were many, I'm forgetting, not articles, not necessarily articles, but there were many, I'm gonna get so upset because I know what I'm trying. It starts with a P. Prepositional phrases. There are many prepositions, many articles. There were many things that the text to speech didn't note. You know what I'm saying? Like it just passed by real quick. But when I actually read it, I had to stop and say, hold on, this is incongruous. It doesn't make sense. So I had to go and change those things. The text to speech also helped me take away things that were just jargon or superfluous things that I thought I should include, but that took away from the essence of the chapter and what I was actually trying to say. So the text to speech definitely was helpful with that. It was what did the text to speech? It definitely alleviated me with the pain of and the labor of just sitting down and doing it. I guess you'd have to get accustomed to being a good listener. You have to be a good listener. And punctuation is very important. When you're using a semicolon to continue a thought, or to separate one thought from another thought, one phrase from another phrase, which is fine, but you have to use those with understanding to style and what you're trying to say. You can't just use a semicolon when you could just change the sentence and add a conjunction, or you could change and have two different sentences, or you can throw a comma in. I learned that using punctuations, it helps for the fluidity of what you're trying to say. What I noticed is that one of the things that I did was that I would try to say something as myself as opposed to the speaker. So like when my attempt with church hurt and observation and reflection is to speak of the subject of church hurt. And so it's from a very objective point of view. I'm trying to contribute information. I'm trying to explain the process. I'm trying to be as thematic as possible. I'm not trying to insert my own point of view. There are some times, though, where I use myself, not the speaker, but the author. I am using myself for anecdotal evidence, for the sake of a story or something like that, or anecdotal evidence, to include in the book. And those points are very evident, and I made it a salient goal to show when I, the author, am speaking and when the speaker is speaking. Apart from that, I was confused in my usage of, using the semicolon. Of course, using the colon when you're using a large text, when you're going to cite a large portion of text, using the colon for listing things, using the colon for the sake of a different phrase that includes a citation. That's what I did with the colon. But the semicolon, oh, sorry, it's right now it's 4 a.m. and I'm like 3 minutes away from the gym, probably even closer. But yeah, so sorry about that. Sorry about that yawn. Talking a lot does make it does something to the cardio. So yeah, using the semicolon, I was able to use it when I wanted to share an idea, but then there were times where I would speak as myself, the author, and I would break the fluidity. So what I ended up doing for some things to break the fourth wall of... Is it break the fourth wall? No, the third wall. I don't know. Dang it, I fell into the trap. Is it the third? I don't remember what the saying is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I forgot what it is. But yeah. Oh, that's a raccoon. It looked like a monkey. Yeah, that's a raccoon. Well, I would go and include some like asides as the author in parentheses, commenting about the speaker, about what the speaker was saying. And that's something that I noticed in my editing process and I think it just contributes to the style of the book. I'm really happy about that too. Um, so I guess that's been the editing portion of the book. I think the formatting, I think I might finish the editing process as soon as this week, and the formatting process, I think what I have to do is I need to find a style for the text to input the text. That it's not that that will be difficult, but I'll have to definitely like look up like different formats for my book so that I can put all that in. You know, like let me see. I like to park as close as I can to the gym. Um, Man, I like to park. I am like literally in front. Oh, there you go. Boom. I am like literally in front of the gym. Um, but I like to park like really close because I just like to like, you know, and I like to go to the gym, do your thing. Um, yeah, you can get in, do your thing. No one is here. The equipment is empty. Welcome to the chat. Okay, and I don't. All right, so what can I? What was I saying? I was saying all that to say the formatting portion of the book. There are some things that I want to look up, like little symbols and all that. I have some graphics that I am including in the book, so I want to concentrate on that. Um, yeah, like different headers, footers, um, like fonts. Like I chose 11 point. Like I do. I'm trying to make it, since it's a hardcover. I'm going for first a hardcover and an ebook. So that's what I'm doing. Um, I want to contribute to the aesthetic, so that's something that I have in my mind for the formatting portion. And yeah, um, I'm pretty happy where I am, because the publishing portion is just a matter of me uploading it and applying my ISBN numbers to my books. Oh yeah, and I also have to format it. Not I have to make a format for my ebook and for the hardcover. So it's two different types of formatting. So I can see that beginning next week. The editing I can see concluding this week, but next week I can be into the process of formatting. So I had fun doing this. I'm just gonna have to, like, I don't like to walk in public and do the whole live streaming thing because it's kind of weird. I get like an ick feeling. But I want to say, since you're watching this in the future, sorry about, I split my lip and that stinks. So it's healing. But I just want to say thanks for watching. Whoever you might be, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I hope whatever you're writing, the world will see it. So, all right, have a good day. Bye.